Now we will learn how to sketch the graph of a equation with degree n. For example, you are given an equation y equal to ax to the power n plus bx to the power n minus 1 cx to the power n minus 2 etc. It continues. This type of case, the thing you need to keep in your mind that the graph of this type of equation must be a curve with number of turning points n minus 1. That means if the degree of the equation or the maximum power of x in the equation is n, then number of turning points in curve will be n minus 1. And there will be two conditions applied if a greater than 0. If the coefficient of x to the power n is greater than 0, then it would have a happy ending. And if a less than 0, the coefficient of x to the power n is negative, then this curve will have a sad ending. Very easy to memorize. If something positive happens in our life, we become happy. And if a movie has a happy ending, we think it as positive. So coefficient of x to the power n positive, happy ending. And if something sad happens in our life, at the ending we will call it a negative event. So if the coefficient of x to the power n is negative, the curve will have a sad ending. Now let's see an example to illustrate the situation. Here on the board you can see two examples given for you. Here the maximum power of x is 4, x multiplied by x multiplied by x multiplied by x. There are 4x here, so if we multiply them we get x to the power 4. So the degree of this equation is 4. So the number of turning points will be 4 minus 1, that means 3. And here if we multiply all the x's here, x into x into x into x, if we multiply 4x, we get x to the power 4. That means the coefficient of x to the power 4 is positive. That means we will have a happy ending. So while drawing this graph, we have already collected three informations. It has a degree of 4, so it will have 3 turning points and it will have a happy ending. So we will draw a curve with a happy ending and 3 turning points. This is the sketch of this curve. Now what about the x-axis and y-axis intercepts? At x-axis y equal to 0, that means x plus 5 into x minus 1 into x minus 3 into x minus 7 equal to 0. That means x equal to minus 5 minus 1 3 7. So this one is minus 5, this one is minus 1, this one is 3 and this one is 7, and y-axis is situated here, x-axis situated here. So coordinate of these points are minus 5 0, minus 1 0, 3 0, 7 0. Now what about the y-axis? At y-axis x equal to 0, that means y equal to 0 plus 5 multiplied by 0 plus 1 multiplied by 0 minus 3 multiplied by 0 minus 7 equals to 1 0 5. So the y-axis intercept is 0 1 0 5. Now let's go to our next example. Let's see how many x's we have here. 1 2 3 4 5. We have 5 x's. While we will multiply them, we will get x to the power 5. So degree of equation is 5. So number of turning points will be 4. And what type of ending will it have? Minus x multiplied by x multiplied by x multiplied by x multiplied by x. If we multiply all x's, we will get minus x to the power 5. That means the coefficient of x to the power 5 is negative. So we will have a sad ending. So what type of curve will be the graph of this equation? It will be a curve with a sad ending and 4 turning points. Sad ending 1 2 3 4. This is the sketch of the graph of this equation. Now, what about the axis intercept? We all know that at x-axis y equal to 0, that means from this equation, putting the value of y equal to 0, we get the value of x as -6, -2, 3, 7, 10. So the coordinates will be -6, 0, -2, 0, 3, 0, 7, 0 and 10, 0. This curve intersects the x-axis at these points. And what about the y-axis intercept? At y-axis, we know that the value of x is 0, and if we put the value of x as 0 in this equation, we find that the value of y is 2520. That means this curve intersects the y-axis at 0, 2520. After watching these videos which I have presented before you about sketching graph for quadratic equation, cubic equation and equations with degree n, you have learned how to draw or how to sketch the graph of equations with any degree. And what to do now? You need to practice them very well so that you can master them, and whenever you see any type of graphs, you simply factorize them and will be able to sketch their graphs.